All we were given or instructed to give patients was end-of-life care, midazolam, sedate them and let them die. Encouraged in paper, in black and white, encouraged doctors were to get family members in to sign do not resuscitate orders. You know, all of this was disgusting.
It's probably one of the most difficult aspects of the COVID-19 when our residents are at end-of-life stage. Most of them have decided, because we have an advanced care plan in place, that they did not want to be transferred. So the decision had been made by the resident to stay with us in the nursing home, which we were delighted about. And my staff are very well trained and very competent to care for the residents at this particular stage of their life. It was heartbreak telling the families that they could not come into the nursing home and be with their loved ones, particularly at the very end stage. The residents' families come to the windows, they telephone, they WhatsApp, there are video calls, but it's not the same as the human touch.
Doris Healy will celebrate her 60th wedding anniversary with her husband Brendan next year, but celebrations seem far away. Brendan, seen here on their wedding day, is 85 and has dementia. He lives in a nursing home and has contracted COVID-19. Doris hasn't been able to see her husband for weeks, in line with national HSE guidelines implemented at nursing homes across the country. She says while Brendan had a high temperature with the virus, he has no cough, and while she understands the protocols are in place for a reason, not being able to see him is difficult.
I was there every day, every single day, and I'd see him sitting there in the chair and he'd see me coming in, and he knew he was going to have me every day. But this cut off immediately.
Brendan has been in isolation since he was confirmed COVID positive. His wife is concerned and she feels the government has failed the elderly.
They're a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. That's what they are.
Lillian Timmins is a resident at Knockrobin Hill Care Home in Wicklow. She says not being able to see family and friends during the COVID-19 pandemic was extremely difficult.
I was very lonely and I cried at night from loneliness. Terrible. As I say, when you only see them to the last, it's not enough. You want to be near them, to talk to them, you know.
Not to be able to put your arms around your mother and kiss her and, you know, the physical touching thing, not to be allowed, being told like you can't do that it's awful.
HIQA said the biggest issue for nursing home residents during the pandemic was a sense of isolation from family and friends. The report said that many residents received end-of-life care without the presence of loved ones to support them.
Niamh, a lot of people died in that nursing home where you worked, isn't that right?
44 residents under my care died.
What was your life like at that point? Going through all of that? Like, you were going home trying to live your normal life. I'm sure you weren't living your normal life.
No, there was nothing normal about it. I think a lot of us look back now and think it's just so surreal. Like, did that actually happen? I mean, we had 3 or 4 deaths one day, and it was the undertakers coming in again, dressed in their full PPE, bringing a coffin in, bringing somebody out. So you're standing, doing a guard of honour. Sometimes the families came to the car park to say goodbye. That was their last chance to say goodbye. And you could just hear the staff sobbing under their masks. You could hear the families crying. We couldn't hug the family, which is very unnatural. You know, the undertakers, they didn't dress the residents the way they normally would. Normally we'd give the outfit to the undertaker, the family would choose something, but this time we dressed them because once the coffin was closed, that was the last.